Hey guys, welcome to my extreme unboxing. 1974 Mint. Never played APBA baseball with the original roster, the original Herb Washington rules, the original extra additional players, XB roster, the injury card that also is included, same color as the Herb Washington page, one-page rules. So let's go over a team that I wanted to look at, and that is the 1974 Texas Rangers, who really competed in '74. And these were in order, but I kind of went through them real quick looking for the guys I wanted. So let's see if we can still kind of put them together. Sims are, as you can see, all the S's are together. So I kind of mixed them up a little bit. Let me pull out the extra players here. Extra players, and then see if we can kind of put together the B's. We're on top. All right, there. Clyde. Let's B and C. There. All right. And because I was looking for Fergie Jenkins, I put him on top. So I'm trying to kind of put them back in order. But let's start with Bibby. And he's a C pitcher. Y, not great with his control. We have Jackie Brown, a YZ, so he's got better control. We got Leo Cardenas at a 4. That's decent third baseman. Not very much power, but he does have a bunch of 7s on his card, including a 7 at 22, 33, and 44. Did not walk very much. Obviously, he's a free swinger. You have David Clyde, who came up very, very young, 74, so it's 55. So he was, at this point, he was 19 years old. Right, born in 55, and this is a 74 set, so he was 19 years old. Then you got Steve Foucault, and he's an A reliever with good control, little velocity for strikeouts. You got Fregosi has a pretty good card here. If you can see that, he's got a 1 at 66 and a 5 at 11. He didn't play very much, so he was productive when he did play. He does have 14s, hits into double play, strikes out a bunch. He's got a couple of double play numbers. Actually, he's got several. He's got 1 at 56, 61, 41, 46, 26. Tom Grieve. He's an outfielder, not very good. Plays first base, but he does have some power at 66, some triple potential at 11, doubles at 33, and he hit a little bit, walked a little bit, not too much, but some. Also hits into a ton of double plays at 61, 41, and 26. Plus he's got the 12 and the 25, the 12 and 21 and the 25 and 12 for double plays. Here's a D pitcher, Froggy Hands, Will Hands, and he's a YZ, so he does have some control. So he's basically D is like the league average. You got Steve Hargan, another D league average guy, but does have some control. Then you got the first baseman Hargrove, a 3, and plays some outfield. He hit pretty good. He's got a 9 at 35, both 8s at 51 and 31. Does walk as well. He's got a walk at 45, a walk at 13, a walk at 36, a walk at 64. So he has a good eye. And then you got Toby Harrah, who had a good power season. He had a 1 at 66. He played in probably 150 games because he got the J0. He had some doubles, hit some triples. Then he's got some stolen bases with 10s at 15 and 25. All right, let's continue. Okay, and we're going to go to Fergie Jenkins. That's one of the players I was looking for, and that's why I kind of messed up everybody in the whole set. Look at Fergie Jenkins with a grade A control and some velocity with the Y that'll pick him up some Ks. And he's got a good hitting card as well, although American League pitchers were not hitting. I believe he played the whole season with the Rangers, but I got to double check that. Then you got Joe Lovito, a decent outfielder who can play some first base, got some speeds, got some stolen bases at 15 and 25 with runners on first. Does have a decent eye. He's got some walks, but does also hit into some double plays. He's got double play numbers at 61 and 26 and 41. Then you got Dave Nelson, not a very good fielding second baseman, bottom of the barrel, but he does have some stolen bases at 15, and he'll steal some more at 25 and 51 with runners on base, with runners on first. Did not walk very much, not a great eye. You got Len Randall. Lenny Randall can play every position, infield, outfield, not very good at any position. He's bottom of the barrel. But he's got some speed at 15. He's got some hitting potential. He's got 9s at 35 and 42. Does not walk very much. Another free swinger. The guy seems to have a lot of free swingers. It would be interesting to play this team to see how they fared. Here you got Duke Sims. Duke Sims, the catcher, a decent catcher, not a great catcher. Didn't play very much. He's got the J4. Was hit by a pitch several times, so they're using that new feature, the hit by pitch on it with the 42. He does have some power if you can get to 66. He's got a lot of ones in the second column, but you got to get to that 66 and then roll again. Jim Spencer got a little bit of power. Decent first baseman, above average first baseman. He's got a 7 at 22, a 7 at 44, a 7 at 33. Then he's got even a 9 at 35. Again, another free swinger. I guess everybody was swinging because very few of these guys have 14 at 13. Sunberg does. Sonny Sunberg, the catcher, not a great catcher. He was their regular catcher, as you can tell by the J2. He's got a 0, 0, and a 7, and then an 8. Not a great hitter, but he does walk a little bit. So he's got a decent eye. Also hits into a ton of double plays. And let's see what we got here. Burroughs was the first player. He's the last player. Then you got Tovar. You got Sunberg, the catcher. Then you got Tovar. He's got some speed. A 10 at 10 at 15 and a 10 at 25. Also a 9 and a 35. And then the 51's an 8 rather than a 9. And got some speed, avoided double plays, doesn't have very many double plays, so I would definitely bat him maybe second in the lineup. He's got a 31s, a couple of 3 31s, so you can get hits there if you hit and run with them. And then finally, at the top of the set would be somebody like Burroughs, almost not really the top, but Bibby and Brown and a lot. And then Burroughs. Remember, I went through these because I was looking to show them, so I wanted to see them for myself. But Burroughs had a decent season. Not a great outfielder. Can play some first base, but he did have a 1 at 66 and a 5 at 11. He's a J1, so he played probably in 140 games at least. He's got 6 at 33, and then he got 777 at 22, 44, and 55. He's got that 8 at 51. And he's got a 9 at 35. Does walk a little bit. He's got several walks on his card and also a ton of strikeouts. But he does have a walk at 64. So he'll get on base for you. So in a modern game, he would probably bat second. In 74, he's probably batting cleanup. We'll go over their lineup on the lineup sheet in a second. But there are the Texas Rangers. Like I said, here are the extra players. Larry Brown. Let's see, Pete Broberg. Who else? Merritt is an M. And then Stanhouse. And Stanhouse is what? So back then they only had the 4 cards. I think in the 80s they started coming out with the 6s, or maybe towards the end of the 70s. I remember the 4 wasn't enough. I remember getting 4 for the 76 Yankees. That was my first season. And I'm pretty sure they had 4 players. So let's go over their lineup and see what their lineup's like. Remember to watch my this is number 2. This is Extreme Unboxing, where I'm going team by team with this classic set, so you can really squeeze the juice out of it and really enjoy it. Texas Rangers, Tovar led off with Nelson, Burrows, Hargrove cleanup. Weird, because Hargrove wasn't really a power guy. Spencer, Grieve had some power. Randall batting 6th. Hara with some power batting 7th. Levito, the center fielder. Fregosi at DH batting 8th. And Sundberg and Sims kind of split in time. Sundberg the main guy. Cardenas was the kind of substitute, the utility guy. And then you got Jenkins, Bibby, Brown, Hargan, and Clyde. So you had a 5-man rotation with Foucault and Hans as the bullpen guys, and of course whatever extra players you had there. So anyway, those are the Texas Rangers, who really really competed. They competed in 1974. And they gave the Oakland Athletics a run for their money that season, for sure. I think they were like 4 or 5 games out, 6 games out, something like that. But they kind of did much better than anybody had expected them to do. And I believe it was Billy Martin in '74 in Texas? I believe it was. And that's about it for the Texas Rangers. So hope you enjoyed that. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. And this is number 2 in the series. And look out for number 3. Thanks for watching. Take care.